Sadie, want a taco salad? Want a taco salad? I want a taco salad, but we don't have any chili. Let's make a taco salad. You want to? Come on, let's go. One onion. Doesn't really matter which kind. I just have a yellow onion here, but you can use whichever kind that you'd like. And dice it up. Use a rather big pot. On medium heat, I just cook the onions till they're translucent with some salt and pepper to taste, with about a heaping tablespoon of coconut oil. And put in a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. We're going to put in a little bit more salt later, but this is just to caramelize the onions. A little bit of pepper. Don't you like these cute little salt and pepper shakers? They're on my Amazon website if you want to take a look at them. At this point, you can put in anything else that you'd like to caramelize, like bell peppers and maybe some chili peppers or anything that you'd like a little bit more caramelized along with the onions. And garlic too. You want a lot of garlic in there. Along with the onions, we're going to put in a heaping tablespoon of cumin, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and 4 tablespoons of chili powder. Here's the heaping teaspoon of cumin, heaping teaspoon of chili powder, and a heaping teaspoon of smoked paprika. And just get all of those cooking together. It brings out the flavor. Brings out lots of flavor when they're all cooked together. Yum, yum, yum. While these are all caramelizing together, also add a couple of squirts of tomato paste, or you can use tomato paste to your taste. I just put in maybe a tablespoon. Depends on how big of a pot of chili that you're making. And just kind of caramelize all that together. It really brings out the flavor. When it starts looking about like this, then I introduce the chili powder. We want 4 great big huge heaping tablespoons of chili powder because it's so delicious and it just really cooks down. I'm making a rather large pot, so you can make it to taste. Just kind of stir that around just a little bit, and it's looking pretty dry, like it might start scorching. So right before it starts scorching, add a couple of cans of organic tomatoes. Oh yeah. And if your family doesn't really like chunky tomatoes, then let me tell you a little secret bullet, and I just blend them super fast, and that'll do it. Then you just add the blended organic tomatoes. It's starting to look a little bit more like chili. Yes, it is. Sure smells good too. And just cook that just a little bit on medium heat before you introduce the beans. Probably about a minute on medium heat, just so it heats it up. And if there's any amounts on the bottom, just kind of scratch those off right now with your spatula. Get those off and blend that in really good. Oh, it's starting to smell absolutely wonderful. Then add a teaspoon of pepper. Then rinse and drain about 6 cans of black beans. Rinse them really well. Medium heat. This has been cooking for about 3 minutes, so all the flavors are bonding together. So delicious, smells so amazing. And then just introduce your black beans. You can put in any kind of beans. I just prefer the black beans because they don't make me as fragrant, I found. So black beans it is for me. So delicious. It smells amazing. So just cook this on medium heat for about as long as you want. 3 minutes or so, 5 minutes. Keep stirring periodically so it doesn't burn it on the bottom. Put in a couple of tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. It just makes it so delicious. If you don't like Worcestershire sauce, though, you can sure leave it out. But it's a secret ingredient of mine. As well as liquid smoke. This liquid smoke is amazing. So I just put in maybe half a tablespoon. Well, that's probably way too much. Maybe a teaspoon. Because a little liquid smoke goes a long way. So that is about half a teaspoon. But if you like it though, go ahead and put it all in there. Put about a teaspoon in there. But I'm making, like I say, I'm making a huge pot. Humongous. And I'm putting about 10 cans of beans in there. So it's so delicious with the liquid smoke and the Worcestershire sauce. Just mix that up and it's starting to smell and taste and look delicious. And at this point, you probably noticed I'm using a lot of Costco stuff. Well, I found this at Costco and it is so delicious. So I'm putting in about 4 of these and they make it just so scrumptious. The Madre's lentils, amazing. I usually cook my own lentils, but since I found this and it's just so delicious, I put these in. Just amazing. And they add just the right flavor. And stir that all up. We're on medium heat still. It's just looking delicious, isn't it? Smells delicious. Just stirring occasionally and just let it get warm. All the ingredients get hot together and it just tastes delicious. At this point, you want to taste it and see if you want to add anything because this is to taste. It's not an exact recipe. It's just some ingredients that you can make it to taste. So I tasted it and I think it needs just a little bit more chili powder because I like it a little bit more chili. So I'm going to add another tablespoon of chili powder and mix all that in. Oh, so delicious. After that's been bubbling for about 2 minutes, then I add in one of my favorite ingredients that takes the bite off of it and actually adds a little bit more flavor and makes it smooth and delicious. Organic maple syrup. Oh, does it make it good. Takes the bite out of it. It's one of my favorite things is this organic syrup. It's amazing. It's delicious. I could just swallow it right out of the bottle. And then another secret ingredient for chili. You probably have heard this, but it is cocoa. Dark cocoa, not the kind you mix with the milk. And I put in maybe half a teaspoon. It makes it so delicious. I know it sounds crazy and you won't be able to taste it, but it just makes it so delicious. And you can add it to taste and you can add the maple syrup to taste too. If it doesn't have enough bite taken out of it, you know, the acidic bite that it sometimes has, then you can put in a little bit more maple syrup or brown sugar. But I like the maple syrup. It makes it taste so delicious. And just let that bubble away for another 2 to 3 minutes and stir it occasionally. If you want to add a little bit more salt, then you can. But salt kind of cooks off, and so I like to add it just at the end, so it gives it a nice, robust flavor. Maple syrup and the Hershey's, they don't really need to cook in there. They just need to enhance it right at the end and bring out the flavors. So only cook it for another 2 minutes, turn off the heat, and enjoy. And this is the way that I like to enjoy it. Just slice up some lettuce, a couple of dollops of sour cream, and some tortilla chips. A big heaping spoonful of the delicious chili. And bon appetit. Sadie Boo Boo, do you want some chili? What do you think? So good. So good.
Right, it's good.
Do you want some too? Come on, let's get you some. What do you think, Sadie?
I like salt.
What do you think, Sadie Boo Boo? Do you want some?
Yeah.